Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe was a 14-year-old teenager living in Hull, England. He belonged to a middle-class family. His father's only wish was to make him a lawyer. He did not approve Robinson as a sailor, but let Robinson make his own decisions. Robinson wanted to go on sea voyages and explore new places. For this, his father constantly warned him about the dangerous sea conditions. But Robinson was often ignored his words and warnings. Robinson found a free ticket on a ship to London one day. He sailed without informing his family, but in the open sea, a terrible storm had begun, and Robinson promised himself to return to his family. But soon the ship sank. Robinson, who landed with the other passengers of the ship, did not return to his family because he forgot his promises. He became a friend of the ship's captain to Guinea, and he joined his ship. After a nice voyage, he decided to make a new trip with his friend. But during the voyage, his friend got sick and died. Robinson also gave some of his money to his friend's widow wife. He invested with the rest of his money and bought some commodities. And then he rented the same ship for another voyage. His ship was attacked by Moroccan pirates, and he was enslaved. 2 years later, he escaped with a boy who was a slave like him. While they were on the fishing boat, a Portuguese ship to Brazil saved them. Robinson, who was trying to observe the environment, society, and commercial life in Brazil, discovered that the biggest income source was agriculture. So, with 2 partners, he found a big land and began to agriculture. There, he became a successful farmer. Thus, his financial situation had improved a lot. In the meantime, he missed the seas and voyages a lot. He went on long sea voyages again. His ship was wrecked, and Robinson Crusoe was the only survivor. After his long and tiring battle at sea, Robinson Crusoe was washed to a deserted island. When he woke up, he was shocked. Finally, he fell asleep under a tree of. Robinson Crusoe spent the next few days carrying some items and materials from the ship's wreck. He built a house that he called the castle with the items he had rescued from the ship. Then he started to live with a dog, a few cats, and a parrot. Robinson Crusoe explored the island for any sign of human life. There was none. He started to keep a diary of what he experienced every day, but he was unable to continue when the ink was finished. Considering the past years of his life, he understood that he was rude and selfish, then decided to be a good person from that day on. He spent his time exploring the parts of the island that he did not know, improving his house, hunting the wild goats. Robinson Crusoe tamed a few of these goats for milk, from which he learned to make butter and cheese. He was making pottery and developing the necessary skills for self-sufficiency. After arranging shelter and nutrition, he decided to build a small boat. He was thinking of using his little boat to get to the other shores of the island. In the construction of the boat, he was almost dragged into the open sea by the dangerous currents. A few years later, one morning, Robinson was horrified at the beach when he encountered the footprints of a person. Robinson had made sharp weapons, which he now carried around for self-defense. Days passed. One day, he witnessed the natives' festival. Another morning, Robinson saw the wreck of a ship. He ran to it and saw that it was a Spanish ship. Robinson Crusoe took the food and water of the ship. On the 24th year of the island, he rescued a young native boy from his enemies and kept him under his protection. He named him Friday. Friday started helping Robinson with everything. Robinson taught him basic words from his own language. Friday and Robinson got along well with each other. Friday told Robinson about the Spanish survivors living on his tribe on another island. Robinson decided to build a bigger boat to bring the Spanish men to his island. The natives, who were hostile to Friday's tribe, went to Robinson's island. The captives were with them. One of the captives was European, and Robinson attacked the locals to save him. Robinson killed a few of the natives in the conflict, and the others ran away. One of the captives they rescued was Friday's father. Many years passed. Robinson had expanded the agricultural products with the good people who helped him. Friday's father and Spaniards, on the condition that they accept Robinson's leadership and comply with island conditions, left the island to bring the other Spaniards. A British ship approached the beach one day. A group of British rebels landed the island to take out the ship's captain and his loyal men. Robinson and Friday saved the captain and his men from the hands of the rebels and ensured that they were able to retrieve the ship. Robinson and Friday were accepted to the ship as the guest of honor and returned to England. Robinson Crusoe returned to England and his home after 28 years. Robinson came to his house and learned that his parents were already dead. His friends consoled him and never left him. Robinson Crusoe lived in London, the capital of England. He got married and had 3 children. Years later, after his wife's death, he took a sea voyage again. He saw that the community he had founded on the island were living in prosperity and peace.